Hey, everybody! My name is Why Not, and welcome back to another Speed Art from the Vault. We're still looking over my Halloween D&D game from 2021, and as always, I am joined here by my good friend Mouse, who was a main player in the entire thing.
Howdy.
Pupster the Lion Dog. That is the weirdest name I have for any of these monsters.
Is it?
I think so, because it's a lion and a dog. The premise of this all, in case you've forgotten, it was a Halloween circus theme at a party of an escape room that Doc was hosting. Now, I don't know if I might have covered this way back in episode 1 of this, when I made Narc. But what he did to make all the carnival freaks was he altered the genetics of what was supposedly his beloved pets. The longest standing of which would be Pupster the mutant green dog. And so he basically remade a version of Pupster that was, I believe, biometric?
I don't know.
It was made of meat and robotics. That's what I remember. And he remade it into a lion. Because, you know, I was running out of ideas, and every circus needs a lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I was rather upset with you about this one.
Well, how come?
Well, because it was the only one that I remembered you making. And you went and double-crossed me by getting rid of the one non-violent way to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, the way that I originally had it set was that you could actually tame it using a chair and that rope that you had.
And it's the only thing that I remembered from when you'd made it like 2 years ago.
Look, I had two options. I could either make it stupidly easy on you, or I could give you a challenge.
And you proceeded to then make it stupidly easy on us.
And give you a challenge.
Taz killed it in 2 shots.
Okay, to be fair, that's because this one actually, I don't believe, was homebrewed. I just grabbed a D&D lion.
Yeah. Which, you know, meant it died in one action.
Taz was so ready for an epic fight, he doubled down. I believe he used every action he could have. He used his biggest weapon, he used his most dangerous defense, and he did something to add to his dice rolls. So that after one hit, the first hit, he was sitting at negative 23 health. This thing had 40 health.
So what he did was he used his great weapon master and then used both of his hits from his extra action.
That's right.
From his extra attack action, he hit both of them, and since he used his great weapon master on both of them, he murdered it.
My goodness, the amount of blood that was splattered over Taz in the course of this game. First, it was the Devil's Chimp, and he got searing hot Devil's Chimp blood all over him. Next, it was Narc when he killed Narc. He had blue mutant blood on him.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that was just a gelatinous cube sort of thing. Then he got the dog on him, which it was, I believe it was green.
I don't remember. I'm gonna be real. It was like 2 years ago.
No, Narc's was green. Pupster's was blue for some reason. That's right. I really worked hard to make this look somewhat resembling of a lion, which was surprisingly hard. I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that he's a dog. You ever tried to mix a dog with a cat?
For legal reasons, my answer is no.
Oh well. But I had to decide which aesthetics I wanted. As you can see to the left, you can actually see the original drawing of Pupster, the mutant mutt. That was actually made way back in middle school.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I actually traced a behemoth from the Scribblenauts game.
Yeah, I think you told me that.
Yeah, I added a few extra bits of hair, of course. But that's essentially where it came from, which is why he has hooves in the original drawing. Mutant, it made sense at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things. This guy, he was only on screen for like a grand total of like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to.
And in game time, this guy was only on screen, like in game, He was only on screen for about 45 seconds.
Well, no, because he was there long enough for me to, like, run back to the kitchen, grab a chair, and try to do the flaming whip thing.
Oh, that's right. You were staying there guarding, but you had Taz get the chair.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I had the chair. I used one of my spells to take a piece of rope that I had from my...
And make it into a lightning whip?
Well, no, I made it into a fire whip.
Right, fire.
Because I was like, well, surely if a regular whip wouldn't do it, a fire whip would.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, that's just how the circus goes. You got the flaming whip, circle on
The
fire.
flaming circle and the whip, yeah.
And I was like, well, surely this will work. And then you were like, it doesn't work. And I was like,
In hindsight, I
you.
probably should have just given that to you. But I did actually, like I did all the pets, there were ways set in place for you to do this. And you actually could have tamed Pupster with Demon Jerky.
I think we ate all the demon jerky by that point.
You did not. You actually had almost a full bag left. And you had actually found, I believe, 3 more bags at this point.
I wouldn't remember.
Yeah, you found them in the sub-basement laboratory in the cafe.
I just remember the jerky being bad for our health.
Not exactly bad for your health, but bad for your constitution. Because every time you ate it, while it did taste pretty good, you had to make a roll to see if you crapped yourself.
I thought that was with the fruit.
No. Oh, yeah. No, that was both. The fruit, because it was very old. No one knows this outside of us, I think. No, this was in one of the only episodes posted. That's right.
Yeah.
But I actually hid fruit in the sub-basement laboratory in the cafe. There was a blue apple and a purple banana. And both of them added to your health. They were designed to just be extra little things I gave you. I hid stuff all around the place because I knew if I didn't give you some way to heal yourself, you were going to die.
Well, I mean, we had Hrothgar. He was a paladin.
Oh, yeah. He had a healer. But I still figured I should, give you some leeway, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, and I feel like it was a good choice in the end. But yeah, you could have tamed him with Demon Jerky and the whip.
Well, I had the whip.
You did have the whip, you just didn't have Demon Jerky. Look,
Yeah.
I still feel bad about a lot of the decisions I made. That is one I will always admit that I probably should have just given it to you, you know?
Yeah, that's just how it goes. It was your first time DMing. I don't give you too much crap over it.
Yeah. Yeah, I might go back one day.
Maybe.
It just probably, like we said, definitely not going to be the second series of this. It'll be a brand new world, brand new characters and all that.
Probably for the best.
Oh, yeah. Especially since I already told you the ending.
Eh,
You know, Doc's wife being evil.
that's just how it goes.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, though it's very simple, coloring this thing was the hardest part for me, I think.
Yeah, I do believe you told me that this one wasn't exactly difficult to do in any general capacity.
Oh, no, because I just had a lot of references pulled up, and as you saw earlier, I was basically tracing over the image of another monster.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that.
Well, 2 to 3 monsters that I just put together. But yeah, it was just hard because I had to color, especially around the mouth. Lions have surprisingly weirdly colored mouths.
Yeah, I could see it.
A fun fact about his design choice. Do you know where Pupster actually came from?
I think it was some roleplay thing you were doing.
Not exactly. I wanted to give Doc a pet dog because it was funny that a cat would own a dog.
Yeah.
But the design was based primarily off of the dog from The Mask. You know, that one scene at the end where he actually wears the mask and turns into this freaky looking beagle dog.
Yeah, I think I do remember you telling me that at some point, actually.
Yeah, I always thought that was a very fun design, which is why he's green and white and has that same beagle pattern. I remember it was a sort of plot point that all the characters in Game Night thought it was weird that the dog was green.
I mean, with all things considered with Doc, it wasn't exactly the most surprising thing of the night. We'd already fought one green pet.
Oh yeah, Narc. He was the weirdest looking, I think. My goodness, Taz felt so bad. Magic Bear felt so bad killing that thing. Because it was just overkill. We all ragged on him for it.
I rag on him for everything, though.
Yeah, but that was just brutal. And of course, there was no way of knowing he had 40 health, but my god. Just one hit kill. By the time I was finished with this, it was like 11 p.m. at night, so I just kind of fudged with the background. Made it really simple. Because you were going to find him outside, you know?
Yeah.
But I really should have added a fence in hindsight. Maybe a dog kennel and the tree. Maybe hints of the shed that was back there. I don't know, man. It's just a lot of things I could have done differently, and I admit that.
Well, I don't think it was a really bad idea for you to leave it kind of simple. I mean, again, the monster was on screen for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, it wasn't there long enough to be memorable. Hey, but no, that's Pups to the Lion Dog. Mouse, anything you want to end off on?
I still think my whip should have worked.
I do too. Like, that's something we can't get back. Oh my god, but you could have used Demon Jerky. You just didn't know.
I take solace in that it was only a cantrip.
Yeah.
I didn't have to waste a spell on it.
Yeah. But no, that's the video. Before we close out, I just want to remind everyone to like, comment, subscribe. Every time you do, it tells the algorithm I'm doing pretty good, and it shows it to more people. It's just a really big help to me. But as always, he's been Mouse, I've been Why Not, and I hope you're entertained. Good night, everybody.